thank you, each and every one of you, for your love of our old buildings and all you have done and I hope will do in the future to keep us going as preservationists. It might be no surprise that I'm speaking about the French Quarter, but this time I have a really good excuse, because historic preservation in New Orleans began in the French Quarter, and most particularly in the 1920s. And Elizabeth Werlein joined with some others to create something else, the Quartier Club, which was a social club housed first in that building saved by what became the VAR, the Jackson House behind the Cabildo. And it had as its purpose the creation of an attractive meeting place for those interested in the allied arts and for meeting and entertaining visiting artists. Members could attend the afternoon teas and the occasional Sunday brunch, which they called Creole Déjeuner. According to Mrs. Werlein, membership in the Quartier Club has been held strictly to persons who do things, that is, artistic things. And the club would offer classes and lectures in painting, sculpture, conversational French, Spanish, and Italian. They later moved to a space in the Lower Pontalba building, but abruptly and rather mysteriously closed. Rumor has it, myth I suppose, drifting down through the generations, that there was a whole lot more than tea being served. Think about that over time and what has happened here. Think about the places that you may pass, particularly if you're more of my generation, and see the degradation that has happened in spite of everybody's best efforts. The amendment passed in a statewide election, 230,000 to 49,000. Not bad odds. 4 months later, on March 3rd, 1937, the New Orleans City Council also passed an ordinance, and that established the Vieux Carré that we know today, the Commission. It protected against the impairment of the quaint and distinctive character of the neighborhood, especially those buildings having architectural and historic worth. In spite of this landmark legislation, things were still not going well in the quarter. Many buildings were being demolished because public officials wanted to be rid of the hazards, the rats, the tenements, the crumbling buildings, the unsavory populations, as they call them. And so things like nearly a whole block of buildings went down to build Cabrini Park. So even though there was a commission, it was not very effective. And here comes Elizabeth Werlein again, in a different kind of mode than we saw her at first. And she was outraged by the lack of protection